Everyone, it's Jena here and I'm back today with a new layout for Bramble Fox. I am using this really cute pumpkin cut file, which is a new addition to the shop. It's also a freebie which you can download from the Bramble Fox shop, or you can follow a link within the Bramble Fox Friends Facebook group. So here I am in my Silhouette Design Studio software. I have detached the pumpkin from the rest of the items included in the cut file. So I've moved the backing piece, the cobweb and the leaf just to one size, and I'm just going to shrink the size of this pumpkin. My plan is to essentially create a background of about 9 pumpkins. So I've got my trio here, so I've just reduced the size of one of them, and then I've literally just copied and pasted it twice. So I've got one that's situated to the left of the centre, one in the middle, and then one to the right. And I'm just going to make sure that they are completely aligned. I'm going to weld those all together, and what that does is essentially, if there's any overlapping lines, it gets rid of it. So when you send it to be cut out, it will only cut the outside line, so you don't need to worry about all of the lines if there's overlap being cut. And then what I've done is I've grouped that as a trio, and then I've just copied and pasted another 3 pumpkins below. I'm just going to use the arrows on my laptop keyboard just to align those, so that the bottom of the middle row of pumpkins just about touches the stalks of the bottom row. And then I've duplicated the same trio to the top, so that again the tops of the middle pumpkins just about touch the bottoms of the top pumpkins. And then again I have just welded that together just so the lines don't double cut. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to group that all together, so it's one big movable piece now. I'm going to centre that on my cutting mat, and then I'm just going to shrink it down. I did do this twice because I used the original just to try and get the size, and then I'm just amending this version here. I think it's about 9.6 inches squared. So I hope that helped to explain how you can make a background out of a single small cut file. I have skipped ahead and I've backed my pumpkins. I've used 3 different patterned papers. So I've got each row is using the same pattern paper, but it kind of looks a little bit ombre, so it gets a little bit darker as you go down. And I've just added some foam to the back of that and just secured that onto my white cardstock background. I've also used the die set number 14 today. It's a really cool sort of film strip set of 3 dies. So there's one with the squares in the middle that are cut out, there's one sort of solid piece, and there's also a tab shaped die which also has some tiny mini sort of square bits cut out too. So I've cut that in 2 shades of pink. I've got a light pink and I've got a dark pink, and I'm just going to situate those behind my photo. I've taken some floral bits from the September 2022 hip kit, and I'm just going to start building up a few clusters around my page. I'm trying to go for sort of a visual triangle, so I've just chosen sort of 3 points, and I'm going to build those up. My plan was actually to try and include some of these sunflower perspectives, but I just felt the yellow was a little bit too bright and it just didn't really work well. And actually by the end of this video I don't really end up using that many perspectives, but I felt a little bit guilty because I think, oh no Jena, like you've got so much stuff, like you should really try and, you know, bring it in, even if it's not sort of brand new stuff and it's stuff that's been in the shop for a while. But then I sort of figured actually the dies are so versatile, as are the cut files, and it's even better that it's free. So if you don't like what you create, you know, it's just a little bit of time lost. But I'm really happy that I decided to make a background with this cut file, because I just absolutely love how it turned out. And it's so versatile because Morag, I think, designed it so that it could be used as a mini album, and she's created the most gorgeous mini that is actually part of a giveaway. So again, if you've not seen that, have a look at the Bramble Fox Friends Facebook group and Instagram. You've got all the details on there as to how you can win it. But it does just show that actually, you know, even though it's designed to be a mini album, you can use it for so many other things, whether that be, you know, small cards, if Halloween cards are your thing, or autumn cards are your thing. It can be used on any size scrapbook page, and really a whole lot of other things, I'm sure. So I've built up my clusters, as you can see, as I've just been yakking away, and I've got one at the centre of the top row. I've got one cluster to the left hand side of the middle row, and I've also now got one just at the bottom right of the lower row there too. And I'm just having a look through a whole heap of embellishments to see what else I can add in. And I do use a couple of tiny little paper snip pieces as well, that I do just tuck in to the cluster at the bottom, and then also by my film strips as well. Got a couple of chipboard stickers that I add to this. So I've got one piece at the top there which says fun, and I was umming and ahhing about this because I've mostly used oranges, pinks, yellows and greens, and there's a bit of dark blue in there that I just wasn't completely sure about, but I do actually go with it in the end, and I really do like how it looks. And then I've also got another chipboard piece in my left hand side cluster. It's a little typewriter and it says be happy. So I've got a couple of puffy stickers that I'm adding. Got some little hearts which were also part of the September 2022 hip kit, so I've added those in. And I'm just going to finish off my title. So I didn't actually mean for the chipboard sticker which says impressive to be on my photo. I kind of placed it there, but they are so sticky that I just couldn't get it off without ruining the photo. So I've just taken these alphas. Again, these are from a previous hip kit, just to extend my title so that it reads impressive patch. And I've just stuck those onto some white cardstock, just to act as a little bit of a background, and then I'm just going to place that onto my layout just below the word impressive. So I've got a few little bits that I'm just adding in. I think I've got a couple of sequins just to add to the last little bits. And yeah, I don't have too much more for this video, but I hope my sort of tutorial on how I made this background has helped. If you do have any questions on sort of how to use the Silhouette software, I'll try my very best to answer those. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed watching it. I'll leave you with a photo of the final layout, and I've also got some close-ups on the way for you as well. But yeah, if you have got any comments or questions, and obviously please do leave them below, and I'll look to get back to you on those. And yeah, I hope to see you again in my next video. Thanks for watching.